I could pull a better podcast out of my head. Hey, kids, welcome to the Tempest Universe.
China.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
It's China to me, China.
Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside.
China.
This is the Tempest Universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
Happy World UFO Day Part 2. Yeah, for this, I could not believe, I was wondering, it's like, shit, I remember somebody send me some Happy World UFO nonsense, talking about watch the sky, that kind of craziness, like a week ago. But apparently there's two. There's one on the 24th of June, and then there's one on July 2nd. So I guess the one July 2nd is more popular. I would assume it might be because of Roswell, because everybody wants to go to the damn desert and look at the Roswell madness. But anyway, here we are. We're here to talk about World UFO Day. And actually, we started out because we the Norm was supposed to be here. Funny, I don't see the Norm anywhere. Is he under here? There. No, there's no Norm. Where is the Norm and his book giveaway? I think I see Dre here, but there's no video for some reason. Let's see if we can add him on. Is that you? Yeah. There's Dre. Says it on the screen is there. But probably he's not. So there you go. Wait a minute. All of a sudden I see someone else here. Why don't we drop Dre so he can figure stuff out? And then we'll add this guy here. There you go. Wait a minute. The Norm with the feedback.
Feedback on.
Feedback on. What's going on, dude?
Hey, y'all. What's up? How is thou?
I am World UFO Day.
Hey, yeah, World UFO Day. I hear about it every year, and every year I hear about it, it's like, wow, there's a UFO Day?
Yeah. It's surprising every year, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know where we're going with this.
How's Dre's video?
Nobody knows. He's just sitting there. There's no video. There's no nothing. But I do have someone that would enjoy all the green that's on here.
Oh,
whoa.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm. We hear you loud and clear. Look at that beard.
Awesome. Oh,
I can't see the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Do you use that to keep the pop? It's like a pop filter for your microphone. You just throw it on there.
No doubt.
Yeah. I like it. There you go. That's perfect. Anyway, so here we are. So, I was about to say, dude, that's a cool UFO you have flying around your room over there, Norm. But that's actually my screen. Anyway, That's my UFO, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, I got the guy piloting though.
Yeah, he looks a little sad.
He does.
Just a little bit.
They all look that way.
Let's see if we can put him bigger on the screen here.
Yeah, he's a little sad.
Yeah, look at him.
He's an alien. Of course he's sad.
He's a
they all just want to be us.
They do. Whoa, what the hell was that?
I think
feel
his
like I was
beard
getting
fell
shot
off.
at.
No. I cleaned the connections in the. And
oh, there you go.
Better shot.
That's why you need to keep your beard on. Is that like the static from the beard?
Hey, we can make techno out of that.
Yeah, this is not going to make the podcast for sure. Anyway, so let me scratch my nose here because the whiskey's getting to me. Anyway, so Norm, I understand that you have a book that you're interested in sharing with folks.
I want to give it to people. I want to give it to the people. And you know what? With our trip out there last month to Area 51, which was epic, awesome, completely fun. It's actually one of those moments in my life, and I appreciate you making that thing a possibility. And I was walking through a store, and I just happened to see this book on the shelf, and I thought, what a great book to just do a little giveaway. It's actually called The Secret Genesis of Area 51. Sorry for that. I'm using a new computer, so I'm not sure. So basically, it's a book. It's the history meets the myth. This is for trubies who like to know a little bit of truth about what's behind stuff. And this is in 1955, the Central Intelligence Agency established a clandestine base of operations in Nevada desert, where one of the first things that came about was the U-2, and that was a huge secret, and it created a lot of mystery. When people saw it around here, they started to come up with all these myths about what it was.
Right.
But this guy, T.D. Barnes, a 51-year veteran.
Kitty Barnes?
T.D.
Yeah, Titty.
Oh.
Not Titty.
T.D.
Oh,
Barnes.
sorry.
T.D. Barnes shifts fact from fiction, and he puts it all in this book. And there's some great illustrations as well, and it's just a quick read. And what I want to do is I want to give it to one of your listeners. And
I was ready to say, would you have a whole case of these things?
no, I almost did actually. So here's the one thing we're going to do a little trivia, and we'll give this the whole episode. And at the end of the episode, whoever chats in with the correct answer to the trivia question, I will actually send this right to you in your mailbox. This whole thing, the whole book, and you can use it as a copy. You can use it as a coffee table. You can, just put your drinks on it. You can read it.
Hold on, Norm. I think we have domestic abuse going on. I think Dev's getting the beat down on Dre.
Yeah,
I
no
think
kidding.
sounds like
Raking him through the coals.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my background right now.
Sounds like you're on the shitter. Wait, stop lying.
You sound far away right now.
No, you sound far away. What the fuck?
I'm trying to get my. I'm working on it right now. Hold on.
So anyway, what I want to do is I want to ask a simple trivia question. If you guys are multitasking on your computers right now, or
on the
you're
shitter.
gonna have to ditch us for a bit, but if you haven't seen it already, Area 51 or Bust on the Tempest Universe podcast, on Monty's podcast. The trivia
Monty?
question goes with that. I'm sorry, Manny. Money. Hey, money. Anyway, in that episode, he's wearing a hat, and on that hat, he's wearing a certain pin. And what I want you guys to do is tell me who's on that pin. That
Wait,
pin
you're going to
he's
make him
wearing
leave
on
this
it,
video
right?
right now to go
Village
figure
people.
that out. What the hell?
Well,
Village people.
they can watch it later. We can do the giveaway later if you can figure out how to get people to chat in the answer. If you want to do it, you want to do it on a Discord or the Facebook or however.
Neither one of
want.
those. All they got to do is come back to this YouTube because they're going to be watching this. They'll hear the question, and we'll give them a date by when they have to respond on this video. What the answer is, because it'll be time stamped, so we'll know exactly who was first.
That'll work. Let's say how many days? 3. Give them till Tuesday. Wednesday. Yeah,
Give them till Wednesday.
Wednesday podcast.
Yeah, by Wednesday we'll announce it on Wednesday's podcast. That's a good idea, Nom.
All right.
So July the 6th, you have until July the 6th, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, in order to give us the answer to that trivia question.
And in the description of this video, you'll find the rules for this. So Manny will write that up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't write stuff up. I just
Okay.
That's why it's a bad podcast. Anyway, so
It is not.
No picture necessary.
That's it for me, man. Other than that, I was out in 106 degrees trying to find some UFOs on UFO Day. I didn't see anything but a big old hawk and some fireworks. So that was it.
Fireworks. Funny enough, there hasn't been any. Okay. Sorry, I got to take that back. I now live within the San Antonio city limits, so there's no fireworks.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, so
We did have a
that's
sighting
Norm's. Yeah, that's Norm's trivia question. What is on this hat that you can't see right now? Funny that I flip this lip up.
Is it on there? Is it on
Yeah.
there still?
Oh, yeah,
my
it's
God.
on there.
Okay. No
Yeah.
cheating.
No cheating. So I'm not going to put the hat down so that you can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys let us know what it is that's on the hat. And you definitely will catch it on the video, that's for sure. Actually, Norm gave me this object right before, actually towards the beginning of the video, actually.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
it was
see
our first stop.
Yeah, you'll see it somewhere. Yeah, crazy idea. So we'll see Wednesday.
So
what's
who's
going
on
there?
that pin? He's wearing a pin on his hat. Who is on it? There you go. And cheers. There you go.
Yeah.
Not Dolly Parton, is it?
What?
Not Dolly Parton, is it?
No,
Dolly
no
Parton.
cheating. Where's your video? You can't be on a video
come on,
cast
Dre.
without a video.
I am trying. I'm having technical difficulties right now. I'm trying to put some stuff up.
You know what's funny about technical difficulties? 5 minutes before I was getting on, my other computer died.
Jeez.
I was like, oh, it was nothing. I had to put this whole setup up.
Yeah. All right,
And I'm
so
doing it.
listen, we're going to mute you because it doesn't sound like you got earphones on either.
No, I have my earphones weren't working. I'm telling you too. I have to use a headset, so that's why I'm having technical difficulties.
Oh,
Jeez,
he's got
man.
great stories too. He was going to share some nerd stuff.
Oh, that's right. All right, so
UFO
go
nerds.
fix it. Go
Yeah,
fix
that's what I'm
it.
trying to do right now. I'm trying to fix it.
It doesn't sound like you fixing it. Sounds like you're still on the shitter.
God damn it! Let me go try to find another headset.
Yeah, okay. I'll talk
I
to
think
you
he's.
later.
I think he's tied to that S&M rack in his garage we saw a few episodes back.
Yeah, the one he built.
Yeah.
This coming from Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
All right.
Give me five. Give me five.
You'll see. All right. We'll talk to you in a bit.
We did have a UFO sighting here in San Diego a couple days back.
In San Diego, that's a perfect
Yeah.
spot. Everybody,
Yes.
all the UFOs go to San Diego.
Yeah, well, yeah. I missed it and saw it on the news the next day. It was right by the airport.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll find a link. I think if you go on YouTube, San Diego UFO. Let me see if I can put a link. If I put a link in Discord, can you bring it in on over
yeah,
to here?
I can pull up Discord while you're
Okay.
looking through stuff.
But yeah, it was.
hey,
Your
By
mic's
the
still popping.
way, yeah.
That
It was-
microphone's still popping.
Yeah. The connections on all this shit's getting all gross. I got.
Dusty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that problem.
Somebody who's on sightings on 18 wheels needs to know what is the video that he should be looking for stuff.
You
who's that
Area 51 or bust. Area 51 or bust. That was that was like 2 videos ago for you, I believe.
Yeah.
Because you had your Grand Canyon video. And
No, actually, the shorter version of the Area 51 or bus comes out on the 4th. So it's a different channel altogether. And on that channel, yeah, you'll be on that too, Norm, by the way. You'll be on that channel. And then after that, all the other stops that I did in Nevada.
ran this by my agent and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I called your agent.
Posted in
and they were
Discord.
Like, God damn it.
Yeah. GG.
Yeah, gee.
I got it posted. It's in there.
Nice.
All right,
Oh.
we're going to pull that up. And
Here
see
she
what
is.
happens.
You know what? I saw
did
this
say?
too. I thought exactly the agreement. I was like, oh boy, I wonder if he actually witnessed this.
Actually, if I had driven down the road a couple miles, I probably could have. I just had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on.
It happens here in Las Vegas a lot. They'll say, "Oh, we saw this UFO," and people on the strip outside the casino, they're videoing, and I'm like, "Wow, I was outside and I didn't see it."
Well, the report
Okay.
said that they saw it all the way down to like TJ. So
Wow, Tijuana, yeah.
yeah, and the one video I saw was some guy in Point Loma, which is kind of like right. If you look, like kind of south from Point Loma, you see right over the downtown, the airport, and everything. So, but yeah, at first, the first report I saw said that they checked with the Army
They're
or
playing a
the
commercial right now, so I
Navy
gotta
and the
wait for this
Marines,
to go
and
through. But God, the people in South America got all. the
Oh,
cool videos.
what happened? Is that me? Am I breaking up?
No, Manny went all Matrix for a second.
Oh, yeah.
I hear him clicking though.
Video card stuff. I'm gonna try something.
No, it's all right. So they're talking about the wildfire reports. Is that the same video?
I just saw the first one, and all it was oh shit! What the hell?
Wrong guy.
Oh shit! What the hell? Yeah, that's what I saw. The first YouTube video.
All right, give me a second. We're
on the
almost.
search.
I had a video pulled up of Travis Taylor that I was gonna play, but hold on, momentos, as we look through this and try to find.
Ignore the guitar clock on the wall. Its battery died, and I can't get the clock to work anymore. The light works.
The light, so it just turns on.
Well, I put a battery in it and start working.
All right, here we go. We are looking at this somewhere. Can you guys see it?
Mm-hmm. I put another shorter clip in Discord too.
They always say, look to the skies. You might find something you're not aware of.
Mystery lights in the sky Monday night, seen across San Diego.
They're just appearing.
Tijuana that left everyone with the same question. What is that? ABC 10 News reporter Sofia Hernandez talked to people who witnessed that spectacle and uncovers what the lights could really be.
This was something different. It just was, and it felt something different too.
Natasha Reichert and her mother Donna were taking a late night stroll when they saw two pulsating lights in the sky.
What do you?
Oh, I definitely thought it wasn't from here.
They raced back to their perch that overlooks La Jolla. They compared the lights to a plane, a boat, and were unsure of what it could be.
And these were coming back and going, moving different directions, and then all of a sudden getting, clustered together. And it was definitely not of this world.
The lights could be seen all across San Diego, even from Federico Burin's home in Rosarito, Mexico.
It caught my attention, and I decided to start recording this to analyze it later.
Federico says he thought it had to do with the military.
I'm very realistic. I don't believe in those conspiracy theories or anything like that.
I
don't believe in ghosts. An explanation. Find out what's going on.
While others say the flashing lights that stayed in the sky for roughly 20 minutes can't be explained.
Realistically, if they were flares, you would see them flickering. These were not flickering. They were not moving, and there was a light breeze. So if that was a flare, they would be moving.
The San Diego Fire Department
told
ABC 10 News that the flares could be seen 5 miles offshore.
They
believe the orange glow
the
was
flares only last a couple of minutes.
The Coast Guard told ABC 10 News
those things burn out fast.
Was conducting flare training with expired flares. A Coast Guard spokesperson said the reason the flares stayed in the sky is so that distress signals can be seen. However, ABC 10 News is still awaiting confirmation from the Navy to make sure this phenomenon was just an earthly coincidence.
Yeah, because what they're going to do.
Awesome that we got to be able to see it, whatever it was.
Sofia Hernandez, ABC 10 News.
She said severe.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you,
Yeah, I watched reports with the day that it happened, and they were saying, we contacted the Navy and the Marines, and that's the only ones we got here. And they were like, it's not them. And a couple days later, it was like, it was the Navy and the Marines testing flares. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
I love that beard.
Good, Ray.
I like that shit.
He's got a good year and a half on it right now, huh?
I mean, he sounds like he's like, what's your number?
He looks like he's a pitcher for the MLB.
MLB.
Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's why the pitchers.
They got bearded pitchers now.
They're all growing beards, aren't they? I noticed that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that way they
really
hide the
ones.
paper,
Yeah,
the wax paper and stuff.
Yeah, all the shit that they put on the ball to fucking screw it up. Yeah.
There you go.
What the hell?
You go up and grab it, and it just goes.
Stop it.
Madness. All right, so what do you think? Flares or no flares?
No flares. Not by my account.
I'm going to say they're
From our
flares.
military expert.
I'm going to say they're flares.
How do you get 4 flares in the same size and the same, like, they stay together? Flares are a little parachute and the wind takes them.
Well, sometimes it's not really windy around San Diego. Sometimes it's dead calm, but
I give you that, but even the parachute, you would see it go move. Maybe the flicker is the movement of the flare.
Now,
with the wind hitting it.
They wouldn't stay in formation like that either.
Yeah, they wouldn't stay in formation. You really you got to sit there and drop them time perfectly. Okay, the next 2. Who's gonna do that? You're just throw it.
Not us. We can't even do a proper podcast, but the military, they got their stuff together. I mean,
oh, come on. These guys are out there, dude. It's a Monday night. It's the fucking night crew.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, dude, we got to do the stupid flare thing.
Yeah. You're the dummies that got this assignment. So you're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just get these flares over with.
You scratched the fucking Admiral's Mercedes, and now he's pissed off, and you're on shit duty, and they ran out of potatoes, so you're fucking dropping flares on the side of a fucking helicopter.
Call them chips.
All right, hold on a second, Dre. I got a question for you. Where is your 2 wheels?
What 2 wheels?
Didn't you get a motorcycle?
Well, it's in behind. It's back.
It's behind you?
Yeah.
It's a bicycle. Oh, there it is.
It's a bicycle next to the bike.
Yep.
It's a Honda.
It's not working. It's got a lot of. It's a project.
It's got personal issues.
Yeah. The bike has personal issues.
Oh, there you
it
go.
Has
Look at that.
You have issues that need tissues.
It's a big bug catcher you got there.
So you ready for my little UFO nerdy?
Wait, we're talking about how Davina keeps you in your place with the bug catcher.
Yeah.
You don't want to see what's in front of me.
Oh, sure. Why not?
No, you don't want to see.
I mean, we're here already. Do you have to blow it up?
No, I have to turn it around. I already had no problem just getting here.
Okay. Anyway, so Dre has some UFO facts you want to share?
Some little nerdy facts for us UFO people. Everybody knows Project Blue Book. Project Blue Book was started in 1947. It ended in 1966. No, 69. I take that back. 1969.
Somebody took a bad hit.
The project headquarters were in Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio. It was terminated December 17th, 1969. During the years that the 40s, 50s, and 60s, it had reports of 12,618 sightings. Out of those sightings, 701 remain unidentified. And the reason that the Air Force gave for the program shut down was number 1. It's like the top 10 I should be doing. No reason.
I think you're moving around too much. Are we losing your audio? Sorry. Or is it just me?
No, you're chopping.
Yeah, you're getting chopped.
Sorry, Dre.
Okay. The CIA doesn't want to hear the shit you got to say.
I will talk slower.
Oh, well, that's good, actually.
That's nice. Yeah. It's like meditative.
I love it.
And you've got a pretty picture there, too.
Mm-hmm.
So the no report. Number 1 reason why no report or investigation ever showed a threat to national security. That was number 1 reason.
Wait a minute. This is my problem. It's all national security problems. Are you shitting me? Anyway, go ahead.
So number 2 reason, no report or investigation submitted evidence of any technological development that we could use. That was number 2.
Of course. I got bullshit on that.
Yeah, it's like all of it is something we could use.
All of it.
Number 3. Number 3 reason, no report or investigation confirmed any unidentified object as an extraterrestrial vehicle.
How do they
know?
know?
Those are the top 3 reasons why they shut down Project Blue Book.
Thank goodness for
There's our little nerd fact of the day.
I'm glad they did. Nobody needs that shit.
Well, and then the Air Force never opened that. Well, it says that the Air Force never reopened any type of UFO program again.
Yeah, but we all know that was a lie.
Quote unquote.
Well, it wasn't the Air Force now. It was now a private contractor now.
Oh, that's true.
What do you sound? Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo?
Space Gigolo. Yeah.
That's the new contractor.
Yeah, and apparently he got in trouble for because he's supposed to go and search for UFOs, and he got in trouble for using it for the other shit that he did at Skinwalker. But
So basically, the Air Force went with the plausible deniability. That's why they gave it up and they turned it over to a higher authority.
Well, I think they terminated and they just like everything else. They just changed the name, changed where it was at, and it kept going.
well, here's the
Changed the phone
thing:
numbers.
a FOIA request gets only for government agencies. So if
Oh,
you
really?
hand all your research over to a private firm, you just got to sue the fuck out of them to try to get the data, and you probably will not win.
Yeah. Well, they had like all the listings of the 12,000, and the last section was unidentified 701. And excuse me, one of the things that I was reading is something to do with Aquarius. One of one of the sightings was Aquarius, like the planet. I was like, what the hell?
Aquarius, a planet. You mean the star system?
Yeah. Like that was one of the reasons it wasn't UFO, it was the Aquarius. So you know what I'm talking about. What do you call it?
The dawning of the age of Aquarius?
No, not that one. That's what kind of stood out. I was like, really? A constellation of stars was a reason for UFO?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I mean,
These
shit
guys were
happens.
digging deep.
Shit happens. It looked like the Sagittarius we saw over in San Diego just now. So, we have someone that says they know who is on the pin.
Yeah, but he has a problem because there is a clause.
Oh, there's a clause.
Ah, see, there's always fucking
Santa?
red tape.
Asgardians
Santa
are prohibited from winning this book.
Wow.
No,
You didn't read the
has
fine
to be.
print.
Yep, gotta read the
Game
fine
Bet.
print.
But
Antarctica,
can
you still got a
sell that
chance.
offer. Sell that answer. Just so I'm willing to pay.
China.
There's nothing
and
in the red tape about that.
Only if I get half.
No profit. No. See, there's just more fucking red tape coming. No. You make up. You got time. Guidelines. You lay them down. You don't keep amending them. No.
He's by Area 51. He knows the red tape.
Oh, he sure does. Absolutely. Actually, we wouldn't have found it without Norm, to be honest. But we didn't catch it on video because we were frankly trying to find the damn place.
Yeah.
So there you
Yeah.
go. If you're an Asgardian, fuck off. I mean, sorry, you can't win. You are a winner as an Asgardian. Let me
Yes,
just
you
say
are.
that.
Always.
Yeah. So vicariously, you'll be able to read the book. Anyway, it's been a while since we've been on here, so why don't we go around and see what everyone's been up to? I mean, most people know what Norm and I were up to, but anything else with you, Norm?
Me?
I mean, UFOs, especially out there where you are.
I did tweet about, or not tweet, but on Discord, I put this out there. I think you guys saw it. It wasn't just even 24 hours after you and I had said goodbye and stuff. All of Nellis's big badass planes started coming over. It was awesome. I mean, the SR-22, just anything you could think of that was big and loud flew over the heads of Las
they were looking
Vegas.
for you.
No.
Sounded the alarm. They were looking for you, I guarantee you.
I'll be honest. When I watched that video, I was more nervous than when I was there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, what am I doing?
Well, they have your picture on the camera. You want to ride up to the gate.
Well, no, it wasn't me. I mean, that was, my doppelganger, but,
while the baby driver was stuck by the car, didn't want to go anywhere. That's all I'm saying.
No, I was actually walking back, and I was like, what the hell? And listen, I really fascinated by
Let's go back to the video.
I was just fascinated by
No, I don't
just
give
the
it. It'll
area.
give
The
it away.
area was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
That day there were beautiful, clear skies. It wasn't it wasn't hot. It was a little windy, but there were clouds. Remember that cloud we saw?
Oh yeah, those, what do you call those things? They shaped like UFOs.
Yeah.
Cumulus?
Yes, cumulus.
Was it cumulus? We saw it twice actually.
I come out of ANN and I look out. I'm gonna go out and just kind of stretch my legs, and I'm taking in the moment. Had a good burger, had a good drink, and I walk out. I look over to my left, and I'll be damned, right over the little hill is this cumulus cloud, and it's shaped just like a UFO. And I'm like, well, and so I go back in and I tell Manny, and then all of a sudden everybody starts talking about it, and I tell a guy next to me, and they all rush out there and they all look at it, and this dude went in and got his LSR camera, this $2,500 camera, and he's taking snapshots of it like crazy. And he turns over to me and he says, "Thank you so much." I was blown away by it. And I was like, "Oh, dude, no problem. That's, this is what we're here for, man. We're here for, little things like that."
Yeah, that guy was
cows,
a freak.
the cows.
What cows? What are you talking about?
Remember the cows?
The little alien in that cows over there.
And there was some sort of
little alien in. Sorry, the Alien Research Center.
Research Center. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And there was that smoke out there for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the old crash.
It was a perfect time. But since then, just the jets. No black helicopters or anything creepy. It was just a fascinating coincidence or timing. And that's really about it. Just been staying busy and trying to stay cool. It's getting hot.
Not too bad.
Thank you.
Green Man.
Hello.
We know the beard. It just keeps growing.
Yeah.
So do you use any kind of alien products on it, like green goo?
No, just shampoo, condition, and I use like a beard oil on it. Every once in a while, I'll throw some Just for Men in there and look
there you go.
a couple years younger for a week or two, and then it'll all grow back to this.
Oh, I thought that was natural.
Well, this is natural. It's got a little blonde left in the ends from when I dyed it last, but I got to dye it again, man. Fucking last weekend, my delivery person came up and automatically asked, "Oh, do you apply for any senior discounts?" And I'm like,
"Whoa!"
Did you at least get the info so you can?
I'm like, well, how old do you have to be? Oh, 65.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, I still got a few years.
Yes, most people are dead by 65. What the fuck is wrong with them?
I still got.
It's brown in there.
Yeah, my head's still brown. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I'm looking for a new supplier at this point.
Wait, supplier of what?
Hair dye.
Hair dye. Okay.
Alien product.
Legal vegetation.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Legal alien vegetation. All right, so let's talk real quick about the music.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's a heartbreak. It's a heartbreak.
It's killing me.
Wait, what do you mean? Why is it killing everybody?
It's killing me softly with no music.
That's what we did. That's what we wait for the music. That's what brings us joy and happiness.
It gives us I think it gives chatters.
Talking about the right thing. I'm talking about the band getting back together.
Oh.
Okay.
That's it. That's the only music on our mind.
Spoiler. We are going to talk about this though. Go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. No. Well, I don't know. Talk to this crazy guy again.
Wait, is this your delivery guy here, Danny Lee Bailey? Because he says he's 60, not 65.
No.
Okay.
Way to go, Danny. Way to go, Danny
sorry.
boy.
Let's go back to the music.
So I talked to him a little while because, dude, it's like the singer is already in Tennessee, and
You kicked him out.
No, this was years and years ago. The drummer is probably moving to Texas, so you guys get ready for him.
Oh, there you go.
And he's bringing his arsenal with him, so don't worry, it's all safe. And
neighbors, damn neighbors.
But I think is there a McKinney or something like that?
Yes,
in Texas?
McKinney.
Yeah. I think there's something out there. He's lining up a job with I think Raytheon or something out there.
Oh yes,
oil field.
So no drummer. Talk to this crazy bass player, and I don't know. Probably maybe start doing something on computer. Just recording some stuff because I always kind of wanted to go back and re-record some of the old stuff because it was kind of rushed, and nowadays with the home recording stuff that's out now, it's pretty inexpensive. You get pretty good quality.
Right.
And
just listen to the podcast.
Yeah, just be able to go back and redo some stuff, and after listening to it for years and years and years, I wish I did this or done that, or I could play this so much better this now, or so just to do some of that for fun, maybe put it out on YouTube or something. That's what it's kind of looking like at this point. You never know. It may, if it all works out, it may spring back up and go out and start doing some shows, get a whole band together.
Where's GameVid anyway?
I think he's at home. He said he just got out of bed.
On the road.
On the road. All right, so the next guy up.
Oh,
yep, it's you.
Officer Trey.
I've just been keeping up with my Bigfoot sightings, just kind of reading through whatever's happening.
How many Bigfoot sightings have there been?
Man, you look for the Bigfoot Research Society, and they have on the website. They just have like everybody who can upload a video uploads a video, and come on, some of these, man, just so blatantly fake. My God, I mean, if I put Manny in the Bigfoot outfit and have him run across the swimming pool, you would believe me too. But there's some videos like
play dead and have the whole society come after you.
Well, we probably have a better video. I'll tell you.
No
there's one of a video, and the guy catches the Bigfoot going through his backyard, and I mean, you can just tell this guy's in a suit. I mean, it's a pretty good. It's not a ghillie suit. It looks like an ape suit, and he's like trying to trot over a couple of items. He's striding, and you can just see like the material almost kind of not like fold, but you can just see the angle of the material doesn't. It's not clean to the body.
Man, being drunk with the sewing machine does not mix. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What?
I was all mad. Maybe he's Rastafarian, and that's just the way his fur looks.
Some other ones they have like I guess it's like a really good camera, like a 20, 34, 30 zoom, and they're like sitting in their backyard and they're just taking pictures of the wilderness, and they're panning out and in and out, and they're going a good distance, and you just see like and something sitting down, and then it just kind of stands up. Like if I'm looking at you, it just stands up and just kind of moves, and then finally turns out of the frame, and then they barely catch it at the last second, of course. Always the last second.
Figures.
So I just kind of keep up with my Bigfoot knowledge. And I try to look like for Texas UFOs, anybody in Texas reporting anything. Not really much. I know one time here, even we have an Air Force base, a naval training base, actually, where they train the pilots. And one night we were at my buddy Russell's house, and we were all standing in the backyard, and we just saw, and it's coming from that same direction. All we saw was a little light come up, kind of move around, go down, come back up again. I was like, that could be a drone, but it was far enough that we couldn't see what it was, but it was like as bright as a shining star, just out there in the middle of nowhere. And that was like maybe a couple of months ago we saw that. And that's just, I would call that a drone, just because I know a lot of people in my neighborhood actually have drones, and really nice drones. They have the kind, this guy has a nice golf cart with big boom speakers in the back, and he drives around, and he has his drone follow him to the store. So we're like maybe 3 blocks from the store. Yeah. The what?
We have a hand up. Hold on a second.
I have a question.
We'll go to the guy with the alien over his shoulder.
Now, how many guys have seen drones that you can buy that come with just a white light? Usually they have a lot of colors on them. Am I mistaken by that?
No, but you can put tape on them and you leave the only one you want up, or you can put color tape on top.
Why?
I got an answer for everything.
Why would you?
Yeah.
I mean,
why would
just
you?
because because I want to make people look up. I have nothing else to do.
Copy.
And that's what your neighbor does?
Well, he's like 4 streets down, but you hear his big bass, boom, 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 and then you hear, and you look up and you can just see the drone, and he goes to the gas station and just to buy a beer, and then he comes back and the drone follows him back. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Channel. That's probably what it is.
Why?
He's got to be videotaping himself.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, but again,
backup or something in case he gets in trouble. He's always got something watching his ass or something.
Yeah. He lives in the cul-de-sac. Got a pretty nice house. I don't know what he does for a living, but his golf cart is the shit. I mean, it's just booming. I mean, you hear that thing coming 3 streets away. But I mean, like I said, I see the light, and I'm just kind of like, it could be a drone. It didn't go like at an angle, crazy angles. It just went up, kind of bobbing up and down, left and right. So I figured, okay, it's got to be. Wow. But we were so far away, couldn't hear anything, but it just looked like a bright star. So, but other than that, I've just been hanging out, just checking out my Bigfoot websites and working, because right now, summertime, everybody's on vacation. So we got lots of work right now.
Somebody's got to do it.
Other than that, just
fantastic.
Just waiting for our next UFO conference.
When's the next one? I really don't know. I think there's one coming up in like August, September. But they got the big Bigfoot one in November, was it?
I think it's in August. The one up by, it's by Huntsville. It's up by there.
Yeah, it's too damn far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I say. Fuck Bigfoot. You an asshole. Anyway, so I got this video that I pulled up, and it's George Knapp, and he's interviewing Travis Taylor. So one of the stuff we just found out is that Travis Taylor, he's on that. He helped write that UAP report from the government from June last year, and he's also been on Skinwalker Ranch, the History Channel, before we figured out that he's part of the UAP task force.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's been everywhere for many years before the task force. So I pulled up this video, and
he was actually on another show that was Hillbilly Rocket Maker or something like that. They built rockets in the garage.
I believe it.
I'm tripping.
He is a NASA scientist. He's been involved with the Department of Defense, so he's all over it. So George Knapp has him because he just kind of let out the bag at this point that he's part of the UAP task force also, and working at Skinwalker Ranch. So a lot of this interview is about all the crazy shit that goes down at Skinwalker Ranch. So I'll play this, and you guys can talk while he's talking. I mean, why not? If it plays, because it's the way
Travis
we roll
is very
around here.
The Skinwalker legit, whether it's worth studying. The OSAP program was based part on experiences that happened there, and a concern whether or not there are legitimate national security interests there. Is it just a mystery, a paranormal mystery, or is it a national security matter?
It looks like he spent too much time in the
George.
It looks like he spent too much time in
the most. GDS signals over the ranch. And sometimes it stops at the fence line on the ranch, not just in the region, get jammed and stop working, and even are spoofed to make vehicles think that they're underneath the surface and not where they are. And this could cause airplanes to crash. We actually had drones crash because of this many times. And they aren't just little cheap drones. I'm talking $50,000 drones. And that is a dangerous thing. If someone has a technology that can do that, they could pick a region and make GPS quit functioning, then you're going to have airplanes that could crash. You could have automated drones that are going to crash. You could have vehicles that follow GPS systems. I mean, there's so many things that could affect. And if it can do that to GPS, it can do that to other things. So this is an ability that's happening, some kind of phenomena that's happening that could potentially be a threat.
Multiple phenomena. And seemingly intelligent. Right? It's an intelligence of some sort?
Well, if it's not intelligent, it's very
it's stupid.
Prohibitively random, because in a way that is going to fund what your plans are. Whether we'll do experiments and right when we start things working fine, quickly with the equipment, and that way we're going to get data now, a battery will die. Or a piece of equipment will malfunction, or the memory cards will quit working. Another perfect example is there was one particular time when I was on the ranch, and we got cameras everywhere, and every time that I stepped in front of one of these cameras for 40-something seconds, the cameras went
My
black.
battery died.
So there's 40-something seconds where I'm doing things that there's no record of because the camera's still recorded, but they blacked out and the audio quit.
The same kind of thing happened to NIDS, the Bigelow organization, privately that was there. It happened during OSAP, but they didn't have the kind of cameras that you guys have. One great contribution of the TV show is you're able to demonstrate those small little things that happen all the time. Compasses go crazy, batteries die, that nobody has ever been able to prove.
We have multiple, all of us carry compasses. We have compasses on our phones, and we'll pull them out when things start happening, and they'll be spinning or they'll turn it completely the wrong direction, and at the same time the cows will be going crazy. I can't explain.
Can you explain is there the physics of the hitchhiker effect? I know people find that just too far out. You've experienced it yourself.
Yeah, and we are always nervous about talking about the hitchhiker effect because we might simulate it, and we don't know what causes it. But could there be a physics explanation? Well, if it's maybe functioning through quantum physics, there's a possibility of quantum entanglement that somehow whatever describes our consciousness, which is most likely a quantum phenomena, gets entangled with whatever the phenomena is. And so wherever you go, you're still connected to it. And that sounds hokey, but it's called the quantum measurement problem. A lot of scientists are studying it in great detail, and there's been some Nobel Prize nominations for the topic. And so I think that could be an explanation, or at least somewhere in the ballpark.
You've had things happen on the ranch that are creepy. I mean, inexplicable, call it paranormal, but it happened. It's real, right?
Yes, very real. And in fact, one, it's almost like what you would call stigmata that happened to me. We had a rabbi out do a ritual that was supposed to summon opening to heaven, which was what you would describe it as.
Now we got the Vatican involved.
Said too, and when we did the ritual,
now we got the Vatican involved.
Thermal vortex appeared in the middle of Homestead 2. We data and it was repeatable. We played a recording of the chant back, and it happened again. Well, when the rabbi was there that night, he told me off camera. He came to me and said, "Travis, they said they're going to come to you tonight." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "Well, they said they're gonna come see you." I said, "Who's they?" And the rabbi said, "Well, whoever it is that's here." I thought he was messing with me, right? Well, that night I had a dream. I was in my trailer my trailer doors are locked and everything, and I had a sort of a waking dream that the trailer door opened and my bedroom door slid open, and a native walked into my bedroom, a really old native, and he looked at me and he shook his head and he reached out and he touched me on the face right there. Well, and then he shook his head and he walked away, and I woke up startled. And I went to the bathroom, splashed water on my face, kind of get my bearings. And when I looked in the mirror, I was bleeding from that spot. And I had a sore appear there and stayed there for several days. And that was bizarre to me. I can't explain it. You could probably explain away a bug bit me or something. I swatted myself, but it didn't look like that. It looked just like somebody really pressed me really hard right there.
You've taken it home with you, haven't you?
Oh, I have seen some things, and some things that my car has started and stopped itself. Sometimes the electronics will act weird for no reason, and then they'll be fine. I've actually had that happen once driving out of my driveway. My car just turned itself off, and I just happened to get out because I was wondering, just curiosity, and I thought, well, if I'm at the ranch, I'm gonna get out and start looking around. So I got out of the car and I looked up, and there was an odd vortex in the clouds above my house when this happened. I can't explain that. I'm just saying those are correlated events. I don't have any other data to go along with that, but that's a weird piece of data. But when I got back in the car, cranked right up.
I guess the correlation would be what other people have reported. I mean, a lot of people who've been at the ranch have taken things home, pretty frightening things that, and it lasts for a long time.
I've talked with a lot of people who were there during the Bigelow era, and then people that have been out there now, and many people have strange things happen at home that can't be explained. They see things happen, things fail, they have actual things move in their house that they don't remember moving them. And so mine hasn't gotten that bad, but I do have weird, spooky things happen occasionally.
Is there overlap of when you're working on the TV show and then you learn there was this OSAP program that did a big study and produced a lot of reports? And are you able to go look at that stuff? Are you able, hey, I'm going to go seek out the guys who did this study so I can find out? If you you've got security clearances, maybe you could see it.
Yeah, and of course I couldn't talk about the details of any of that, right. but of course, I mean, anybody with any sense, right? If they have access to read information, this weird stuff's happened to them, they're going to go read the information. So I can tell you that I've asked the people who know and have been briefed as much as people know about. I think some of the information, though, Mr. Bigelow kept to himself, and so we haven't been privy to that particular information.
You know, the NIDS guys go in, Bigelow and his organization, and they're drawn by flying saucers, UFOs. They go in there, they're going to study that, but they find all this other stuff. And they really don't have a battle plan for how to go after it. I mean, they did some basic stuff. They looked for geomagnetic anomalies. They looked for psychoactive plants. Maybe that was causing hallucinations. And when they started ruling those things out, then they tried to interact with it. Is there a battle plan that works for this? I mean, we talked before about this. You, in essence, poke the bear. Hey, let's try this, see what happens.
I don't know what else to do other than try a stimulus and look for a response. Because it's so strange. It's not your typical mix this chemical and that chemical and you get this reaction. In this case, you can mix this chemical and that chemical, and depending on the day and some whimsy, you get a completely different reaction. So what I am trying to do, and with Eric and the other guys out there, is we do as many different experiments that might stimulate something across all the physical spectrum of stimulus. You know, electromagnetic, magnetic, gamma rays, actual particle radiation, like rockets, digging, drilling, you name it. Anything we can think of, we're trying to see if we do this happens.
Hard to predict, though.
Almost every time something different happens. So. But we have narrowed down to one thing that seems to happen all the time. And actually, it's really two things. In I would say between 80 and 90% of every cases of experiments that we do, when a phenomena occurs, we are measuring microwaves and we're measuring gamma rays. And so I find that telling. What it's telling me yet, I don't understand, but it's happening very frequently.
The radiation exposure. So you get exposed to radiation. You had serious effects, health effects.
Yeah, they didn't show the details of it on the show because, it's a little bit eerie, a little bit spooky.
Personal, too.
Yeah. But it actually caused me some medical issues. I saw 2 or 3 different doctors about it. I'm fine now. While I am going to be watching for future markers of like leukemia or cancer things, but I don't think the dose was big enough for that. But I had the classic symptoms of radiation sickness. Dark urine, burn marks, and I had some temporary hair loss. And that it took me 6 months, almost to a year, to get completely over it.
Wow,
But I wasn't expecting anything like that, right? And the weirdness was there were people as close to me as you, and they were wearing radiation dosimeters as well. Theirs were fine. How could it? Radiation doesn't work that way, or at least as far as we know. So while mine went off and I get the dose, people right next to me didn't.
And whatever the source of radiation was, it wasn't there after a while.
The next day, we had special contractor group that does this for the Navy on new vehicles come out and look and scour the ranch for any sources of radiation. There was no source of radiation there. But since then, we have measured transient high doses of radiation in specific locations. And we only have a handful of dosimeters and gamma ray detectors, and for us to find it just by placing one, let's put one out in the field and see what happens today, and it happened, that's really odd. The odds of you hitting that that's like hitting the game-winning shot every single time from the other team's baseline, right?
I don't want to give away the season that's underway right now, but I mean, there are a lot of fairly dramatic things, experiments that you tried that did generate reactions.
Yeah, we actually did multiple stimuluses at a time, multiple stimuli at a time this year, and sometimes.
I feel like you need to stop saying stimulus.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm waiting on a check.
That's just crazy. It's nuts
I'm
all
waiting
the
on a
stuff
check.
that happens over at Skinwalker Ranch. So I guess now
Well,
we know why Bigelow and the rest of the crew
Well,
and the government
have you ever
want
seen?
the.
Have anybody seen the Skinwalker Ranch show?
Yeah, well, that's what he's on.
Yeah.
No, have you seen it? Have you seen it though?
Yeah, I haven't seen this season. I've seen the other three.
Well, if you look at the Mesa, it looks like a airport for UFOs. A landing zone. Look how flat it is. It looks to me like it was a landing zone. And maybe some of the radiation got into the dirt or something. I really got a bad echo right now.
I thought I was going crazy. Nope, just Manny's.
I have nothing.
Yeah, Manny's the only one that's got good audio.
Okay,
Everybody else is
that's
doubles. Oh wait,
nuts.
Now it's gone.
It stopped.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know what that is.
I like that.
I
That's
think it's
game
kinda-
fetish. That was game fetish.
I think it's kind of fucked up. He wakes up with a herpes on his cheek and he blames the Native Americans. Maybe not have Susie Lou sit on your face last weekend. You know.
So when I saw one of those episodes, and I was like, man, that looks like a UFO landing spot. So actually, I got on the website and I emailed them
spot on his face.
No, but suggesting that it might be a landing site. From years past, but I never got a response.
Well, there was two things I liked about it. One was, Manny said it before on his podcast previously that Bigelow's holding stuff, to himself, and this guy just confirmed that. He thinks the same thing. The other thing is how the stuff attaches itself to you, and you go home with it. And he's saying he's having mild symptoms of it, and but. Here to tell, they say that there's some extreme stuff happening with some of these folks. Simple camera guys, audio guys. They're not into it, but they got a job to do, and they started to come back with all this information about, hey, there's a lot of weird things missing around my house, and I know I didn't do anything with it. Now I've heard those stories he was talking about. That freaks me out. Those are the two things I caught from that.
Yeah, and it's funny how he's using quantum entanglements to explain it.
Someone says quantum shit. They're just trying to they're trying to throw you off.
No, I believe in that science, though. I believe in that science.
Yeah, but
I do. I'm sold.
No,
I'm sold
like
on
he
linear.
was just regurgitating shit he heard off of fucking Star Trek. I remember Data said this one time on Star Trek.
Yeah, no shit.
Quantum entanglement.
Yeah, and it sounded great, so I'll repeat it one more time for you guys.
What's the hitchhiker thing? That's what he's talking about. It follows you.
That's a quantum entanglement.
Yeah, that's the herpes on his cheek.
What are you smoking? What's in your cigar?
It's like it jumps on you. It's like if you can be affected. Okay, so if you took demons and angels, for instance, and you're just a human being, but you're walking through, and then all of a sudden you're like, you make a good decision, and the angel sees that and goes, "I like this guy," and jumps on you. And then like the devil would come by, and if you did something like kind of negative and wrong, I like that, I'm going to work on that, and he jumps on you. So it's weird. It's not truly just psychic, but there's like a metaphysical, attachment that human beings just, very little science is popular about this, but it is real. It's a real science, and that's the attachment I think he's talking about. If I'm mistaken, correct me.
Well, no, basically what he's saying is that they'll have these experiences over at the ranch, some crazy shit they see. And then the people that have come over, like contractors that visited them and stuff like that, they'll fucking go home and strange shit starts happening in their houses, for like a day or two. So, and some of them don't even want to come back because of that.
Maybe it's like walking through a bubble and like a water bubble, and your physical body like pulls some of it with you. You know what I mean? But we don't see the bubble. We don't see the universe the same way. I mean, maybe it's a different dimension that just, because they've said there's portals or dimensional time warps and stuff there too. I mean, it really does run the gambit.
Well, you think about the world in general, the Earth and the world of Earth. Millions of years of, I will say, comets, asteroids hitting the Earth. We don't know what's on those comets or asteroids, and one of them hits the Earth and gets covered. And for years and years, now it's underwater. Now it comes up because now what used to be underwater is now the Himalayas, stuff like that. So you imagine these terrestrial bodies, be it meteorites, like I said, comets hitting the Earth, and they're bringing rare elements to the Earth, and we don't know. We've never had these kind of elements. To me, I'm thinking and one of the shows they're talking about, they had iridium, and one of the things they pulled out and they tested. What if you have a massive amount of a rare element? Well, not even a rare element, an element we didn't even know about, stuck in the Earth, and it just messes with all our electronic stuff. I mean, that's just one of the things I've always thought about too. As much as the Earth has been hit, and we don't know how long what's been hit before we started write down history.
Take it
and
a
like I
step
said,
further. What if
go
it
ahead.
messes with your chemical stuff, with human?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Elements we don't even know about, they hit the Earth and they've been dormant or been hidden, and now we're kind of shaking it around, and it may be reacting with like water and oil. They just don't mix. All of a sudden, you start throwing magnetic things, and this property that's sitting 2 miles underneath the Earth is now reacting with it. But we don't even know what it is. We don't have a name for it, because so many things happen to our Earth, to the moon, to our solar system before like I said, before recorded time. We don't know what the hell's on our Earth. We don't even know what's in our ocean. So much less know what the hell's in the sky.
Okay, I think they thought about that a few times during the show. That's why they eventually just started digging, trying to find stuff and taking what is that? They're examining underground using like sound waves and all that kind of stuff to see if there's any structures down there. I mean,
your computer's
Be,
possessed.
right? There could be. It could be a lot of shit down there that came from out of nowhere, from space. Ended up there, had thousands of years to be dug under. Shit's all over the place, and only the Native Americans know.
Well, Davina says she's willing to go spend a weekend at the ranch.
Oh, I think a lot of people are. Are you serious?
I would go for a weekend. Just let me just go run around the ranch and with a camera, and what shows up.
Where is it? Utah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying that even if you go to the nearest town, you might experience some shit.
The same thing, right? Because it's widespread.
Yeah, it's not as strong as being on the ranch, but you'll feel something. Something will happen.
That could be mapped out too. It should be.
I wouldn't mind going.
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. I'm sure the government has. I'm sure everybody's been mapping it. As a matter of fact, they actually, on their videos that they don't make the show, a lot of times they see government airplanes or helicopters flying over while they're out there. So,
but there's a base by them, right?
Yeah, Dugmore. Big base. Dugmore, I think, is like.
Is it bigger than Nellis?
Dugmore is big. Is like, I think, more than a third of Utah.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
And yeah, you've got every major defense contractor, Raytheon, General Atomics. They all have trailers out there and buildings. They do all kinds of shit. One area is like chemical and biological shit, from what I understand, and that's why they do it out there in case it gets out.
The question is, how does that make it all the way to the ranch? And they actually have this radar system at the ranch which actually tracks flights and identifies the transponders of the planes that fly over. And there's been a couple times that the transponders are not on when they fly over the ranch.
Devil's advocate for that question you just asked, how does it float all the way over there? Devil's advocate would say, well, they're using them as an experiment. Maybe the military's using this ranch as an experiment.
Yeah, but these guys, so keep in mind, this is a lot of this area is protected anyway because of the Native Americans. So these guys have only been there like three or 4 years. So I don't think they're part of the experiment in that case. I mean, they might have been
not voluntarily. Not voluntarily. I mean, the military is experimenting on this site.
Yeah, I don't think so. They got too many cameras. That place is watched constantly by the folks that own it now. So.
They're not going to experiment on a TV show. You know?
That'd be really
so
fucked up.
What are the Native Americans there?
Forget. What?
Is it the Utes? What are the Native Americans there?
Is it the Ute?
Is it the Utes that live around there?
Yeah, I think it's the Ute and it's another tribe. That, they don't like each other, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I would make my show and just go talk to those people.
They don't talk. They've said it like a
I
few
know,
times
that's
on
the
the show.
thing.
They don't talk to people.
I know, that's the thing.
They don't talk to Americans. They stick to themselves.
Let's put a casino up. They'll come talk.
Ow.
Damn. They probably do have casinos, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah, so there you go. We're gonna lose a few people.
Wait, I'm part Native American, so yeah, whatever.
All right, log off. You're out of here.
That's why you live in Nevada. Leave it alone.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
My bad, guys.
All right, we're actually 5 minutes over on this podcast. This thing went pretty long. Fascinating.
A lot of good information, though. That's why.
A lot of shit to talk about because we haven't been on here in a while, but we'll see what happens in the weeks to come. And we'll see who guesses Norm's question.
Mm-hmm.
Norm, why don't you show him the book again?
I sure will, Manny. It's right here. This is it. That's the book. Comes with paper in the middle.
Book, mate.
Lots of good stuff.
And you gonna autograph it?
No.
Oh yeah, you should.
No, I should. You didn't autograph mine, so.
Wow! Whoa!
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I used the invisible link.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'll find the magic market that opens that. But so the trivia question, this is not for Ask Guardians, us guys. This is for all of Manny's regular audience.
Brazil.
Yeah. Canada, Russia.
Croatia.
Well, maybe not Russia so much anymore.
Normally they don't come on YouTube because they're podcast people. So.
All right. Well, they'll hear it on the podcast, and we'll see what happens. But so answer the trivia question, and if there's more than one, obviously we're going to put it in the hat, and we'll pull the right number, and you guys are going to win this book. Good luck.
Well, why doesn't Manny show his hat now before he leaves?
No, he can't.
We already know that.
Because the rule is you got to find it on the video that he uploaded last month. There you go. And the video is called Manny again.
I don't know.
You don't remember your own video's name?
Wow.
Okay. Area 51 or bust.
No, it has that's the T-shirt. I don't even know that it says that anymore. I think I changed it.
Did you?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
There you go. No one's gonna get the video now. How we get? You better just show the hat.
It'll be there. You'll find it. You can't miss it. Manny's got beautiful videos, but this one's the best.
Area 51. The Nom is there, and the missus. And,
Anyone willing to buy the answer, contact GameVet.
I'm sure.
PayPal, Venmo.
Yeah, and you'll find it on eBay.
Sources.
You'll find the answer on eBay.
Yeah.
Once
the highest bidder.
GameVet02 on YouTube.
We have one last message here from Io Walks.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Fatality rate high.
Fatality
What did he
rate.
say?
Fatality rate is high. I feel needs strong body, but they could just push a little. I don't know.
The fatality rate of what?
Fatality of people.
Ebola?
Of the people who listen to Manny's music? That's a high fatality rate.
High fatality rates.
Yeah.
Like I make the suicide rate go through a roof.
Trey, talk about that music coming.
Yeah.
It's
We never talked about that.
Yeah.
We never addressed your non-music during the podcast.
Okay,
I
Manny,
don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Manny should be on the big screen. Manny on the big screen. You're the big screen.
Listen,
Manny
I'm
big
the
screen.
one who controls the shit around here.
Yes, sir.
He is the captain of the ship now.
They've gotten
base
greedy.
sailor.
That's all it is.
Oh, okay.
They've gotten greedy, and I guess they want to charge more money than what they do already. So
My insurance
next
company
year-
is doing that to me.
everybody does. That's the
So
way the world runs.
if I got to pay insurance for something I don't want, wouldn't you pay a little more for something you do?
Well, fuck, I don't want it for more money. They can go fuck themselves. Anyway, wait a minute. We've got. All right, we got a hand.
Kaiser. Yeah, Kaiser Permanente. Fuck you.
So, first time caller, long time listener.
Yeah. What you got?
So, what
Who's that
are
behind
your
you?
plans?
Who's that?
Huh? There's nobody behind me. So,
Big Harry.
what is your plan to replace the music?
There is no
Whatever
plan.
your what are You don't have no like options, you know.
No, actually, there really is no options. That service was one of the best price services I've come across, and they had a deal with the podcast host, and apparently the deal's off, and they're going to almost triple to almost quadruple the amount that they're charged.
Wow.
The podcast host. So
Fuck that.
it's not even worth it. It really isn't.
I have a little idea. Mm-hmm. In between the podcasts, why don't you open it up to where you hear Asgardians chatting about the story you just said?
Yeah, it takes too much work.
It's a lot of work.
Well, you see, the other thing is you guys aren't always available, so I can't open up a segment and then nobody's there.
Except for Green Man, he's never missed an episode ever.
Yeah.
Well,
Green
I've
Man's
missed a
never.
few.
Have you?
Here and there. Sometimes I'm driving in my car back to the house and come in late or something like that. But
But we'll work something out. You know, we'll just put stuff in between. If not, we'll just have to.
I'll make
move
my
on
own
to
music.
something else.
I mean, where's my tambourine?
We're not gonna do fart sounds. I can get those. Way in
what about that? What about like listeners stuff that they send you stuff? I mean, there's got to be more than just me and Norm out there. That
Manny's mailbag, like that.
Yeah, I mean that could work.
Jesus Christ!
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's an instrument. It's called a mega
Everybody
blast.
sends Manny a question and he answers it, no matter what it is.
A mega blast. Yeah. This episode.
And we just lost Croatia.
Yeah, it's over. All right, guys. I thank you guys for listening. It's been great.
Nice.
And then we got our ears blasted.
Yeah.
I won't hear shit for
I'm
days.
sorry. I didn't mean to make it that loud.
What?
What? The hell you said?
What?
No, Green Man, no excuse for getting old.
What?
Too funny. All right, guys. Until next time. Wait, somebody just posted a comment. You guys better stop
wait, who
commenting.
posted?
Hold on a second. Here we go. What? or we can have him sing it right now. We can do that.
I gotta hear the music first. I gotta hear the music before I can comment.
Manny,
No, I got it. Drakey-okie.
Drakey-okie.
We put it. No. We just give him a set of headphones, have him listen to like some fucking Diana Ross or something like that, and have him sing it over the phone.
Yeah, that'll be so good.
No.
Hell yeah!
This is a plea out to all the thousands of
Please.
musicians who are watching this video. Please send your free music to Manny. He needs it.
No, actually, listen. UFO Buster Radio. I used to do that. I actually used to go on what's that? SoundCloud. And I used to get folks to send me music to play.
Cool.
On SoundCloud. But the problem is when they actually do get signed, you start getting the hateration about the episode, but it's so far back. I'm not gonna go back and delete your music.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I could do a contract, sign him a contract that says during this date, if you get signed after this, go fuck off. But we'll see. I don't know.
What if you play only really bad bands that you think will never get signed?
That's what he's been doing.
Yeah,
that's what I thought he was doing.
Where are y'all been? What have you been smoking?
Captain Dre. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, what the hell?
My goodness.
Okay, points to Dre.
Yeah. There you go.
Dre wins the internet.
Yeah. Okay. Joke of the night.
I'm just speaking the truth is.
All right. Truth is, I need another drink. Good night.
Me too.
All right, we're out, guys. You
Thanks
guys
for
have a
having
good
us on,
evening.
Manny.
Have a
Thanks,
happy
guys.
4th of July and keep it safe.
Happy Independence Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Ciao.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 I don't give a You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call time for that. I don't give a damn.